I'd like to go through the Bible again, but in a different way, and look at the names of the people and a few little extra tips. So let's look at the names here. So with every name, there's a meaning. Once you know the name, the meaning of the name, you know his story. So for example, Adam, from the Hebrew Adamah, which is from the ground. So literally, Adam is from the ground, and that's what his name is from. Eve is meaning living, so that all human life flows from one womb, namely the womb of Eve, and hence she becomes the mother of all the living. And you follow the line. There's a little bit of play on words here in a funny way. Cain didn't like his brother, and so he hated his brother. So how long did he hate his brother? Well, as long as he was able. And you follow Seth. Noah has got a name too. So Noah's name means rest. So that when Noah was on the ark for 40 days and for 40 nights, Noah was looking for Noah. That is, he was looking for rest. And then you follow Shem. Have you ever heard of the word Semitic or anti-Semitic? Where does that come from? It comes from Shem, Shemitic or anti-Shemitic. And so eventually the Israelites all come from Shem, the Shemitics, and so they are Semitic. So that all Israelites are Shemitic, but not all Shemitics are Israelites. You can figure out that on your own time. And you follow along, there's a guy named Eber, and that's where the Hebrews come. And Abram's name is changed to Abraham. Abram is an exalted father. You have the word Abba, father, exalted father. So you got to imagine the humor that's going on here when his name is Abram and everybody's going around calling, "Hi, Mr. Exalted Father," but he doesn't have children. And so everybody's calling him, "Hey, Mr. Exalted Father, how are you today?" But no children. And then God comes along and changes his name to Abraham, which means he's an exalted father of a multitude of nations. And still he doesn't have any children. So you just got to imagine how embarrassing that is to be called Abraham when he doesn't have any children. And then Sarah, and then Isaac is another interesting name. Isaac means laughter, because when Abraham and Sarah in old age were told that they were going to have a child, well, they kind of like, ha ha, laughed. But when they had a child, oh, they were laughing for joy. And so Isaac and Rebekah, Esau and Jacob. Jacob is an interesting name because Jacob literally means to supplant. So basically, Esau is the firstborn. He should have got the blessing, but Jacob supplanted his brother. Literally, he took him out of his place and put him over here, and he put himself to get the blessing. And then Jacob's name is changed to Israel. When Jacob got the blessing, Esau was mad, so Jacob ran, and on his journey running away, he wrestled with an angel, and hence Jacob's name was changed to Israel, to wrestle with God. And it goes on, and Moses is, his name is, from his early childhood, he was taken from the water, drawn from the water, and that's what Moses is, Moshe. And David and Solomon, he's a man of peace, and his name comes from Shalom, peace. And Jesus Christ, well, he himself, Jesus, his name means he saves, because he saves us. And Christ is not the last name, it's the title. Jesus, the Messiah, the one who, the anointed one, the strengthened one. And so all of these are interesting names that tell us the story behind the name. Just one more interesting fact. As Shem is the firstborn, Ham is the secondborn. Who gets a blessing? Shem. So if you're not firstborn, guess how you feel? You say, "Oh man, how come he gets everything?" Right? So Ham is not in favor of Shem, and so Ham is going to pesterize his brother. But if you follow the line of Ham, his children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, nations flow from him. So Egypt, Canaan, Babylon, Nineveh, Philistine, Sodom, and Gomorrah. You recognize the names? Well, these are all the enemies of the Israelites. So as Shem has children, they're going to be in constant war against the children of Ham. For example, The Philistines, this famous story of Goliath and David. David is a child of Shem, and Goliath is a Philistine, the child of Ham. And so they're constantly fighting.